Dear Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, it is said that when you're suddenly asked something, whatever is deepest in your heart and whatever is topmost in your mind, they come out. And so too with a few hours to think on what to speak, I thought of sharing a spiritual journey, my own spiritual journey, a part of it, when being right under Swami's physical presence as his student, I felt a kind of stagnation. I feel it's a feeling that every one of us experiences sometime or the other in our life, where we feel a kind of stagnation. In every field we feel that. In our career we feel it. The other day someone was saying that there's a funny way that we promote people in careers. Let us say there's a job of 10 levels, with the 10th level being CEO, the topmost position, and level 1 being worker, the lowest position. Suppose you join in level 1. You do a great job, and they say, wow, you're doing fantastic. Come on, you're promoted to level 2. So you go to level 2. Why? Because you did great at level 1. And then at level 2, they say you're doing great. Promoted to level 3. So you get promoted to level 3 because you're doing great at level 2. And you keep going. And each individual is different. Everybody cannot become level 10 CEO. So different people grow up to different levels. But how does that happen? At level 5, you're not doing so great. So what do they say? You're not doing great at level 5. Stay at level 5. Which means you're good at level 1, 2, 3 and 4. You're not allowed to do that. You're bad at level 5, so all your life you have to do that. So therefore somebody came up with a theory saying you're promoted to the level of your maximum incompetence. The moment you reach a position where you are most incompetent, you're told, now stay here throughout your life. And usually it is at that time people feel a stagnation. They want to jump the company because they say, no growth here, I can't go higher. And it's funny that a person does well at 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't leave him there. We push him to 5 and say, now you're not doing well, stay at 5. Throughout life, you'll be at 5. So this kind of stagnation we feel in careers, we feel everywhere. People feel it in relationships. They feel that it's time to move on. And that is why in one lifetime we have multiple best friends. That was one thing that always puzzled me. You say somebody is your best friend. Best means superlative. It's the best. But we have 10 best friends. Even as children, in grade 1 we have a best friend. In grade 3 we have a best friend. In grade 7 we have a best friend. What do you mean best friends are changing? Is it some yearly ranking of friends? But that's it. We somehow feel stagnated with whatever is status quo and we want change. And that happens even in the spiritual field. And for me, imagine that happened during my MSc days. When I was doing my post-graduation, I just felt I'm stagnating. What is this? Get up in the morning, Suprabhatam, then go attend morning prayer, go to college, come back, go to mandir, have darshan, bhajan, come back, food prayer, night prayer, sleep. What a spiritual stagnation I felt. Anybody will think, what is this fellow thinking? It is so vibrant with spiritual activity. But I felt this is so monotonous. I need to do more. I have come here for spiritual attainment, and what is this? I'm stuck up in rote. That is what happens. Familiarity breeds neglect. It breeds contempt sometimes. Imagine there came a time in my life where I felt that having darshan, attending bhajan, this is routine. What is this? I need something, we need something different. That actually, set me thinking as to many times when we feel also that we have to go to Prashanti or we have to go someplace, we have to go on a pilgrimage. Is it really a spiritual yearning that is driving us there, or is it just the need for change? Instead of going to Prashanti, had I been to a Bandipur National Conservatory or forest, will I feel the same kind of rejuvenation? Many times I feel, I'm talking from my personal standpoint. So I mistake my desire for some change as a spiritual craving. I may be wrong. And that is why I come to Prashanti saying that I've come for spiritual, I'm feeling that emptiness, I need spiritual fulfillment. And I come here, and as I enter the gate, that Sevadal says, Sai Ram, not here, that gate. No, I have to enter here. No, Sai Ram, go that side. What the hell? What is this place? Terrible. Arey? You wanted did you want a tourist resort or you wanted spiritual? If you came for spirituality, that's it. Swami says, when you ask for love, you will be given people who are in need of love. So that's how you practice your ability to love. When you say you want to be brave and courageous, you won't be given courage. You will be given fearful situations so that you get the opportunity to develop courage. That's how it is. So when we say we want spiritual growth and we are coming, we want to get a good room, a comfortable room. Nobody in the neighborhood should be, in the neighborhood, if some couple come with a baby and the baby cries at night, you wonder, what is this? In this ashram, 9 o'clock lights are off and what is this? If I am rude, I go and scold them. If I am not, I go and complain and say, what is this person doing? Because actually I have come in terms of in need for a change, that's all. I am bored of my day-to-day life there. It's full of noise, activity. I want some peace and rest. And Prashanti Nilayam offers it, so I am coming here. But I give it a camouflage of spiritual growth that I want. That's how I was, and therefore I felt that my life has become so routine. Swami, come on, I need to do something more. I need to grow. I have stagnated. It's a funny thing because I myself don't know how I'm spiritually growing or not, but I somehow feel I'm not growing now, I have stagnated. So that is when I started reading books by other masters. I read the autobiography of a yogi, found it very interesting. I had read it before, but I read it again. This is what, when you feel the need for change, you want to try out others. Yeah, let me try this. And we camouflage that as broad-mindedness. See, I am fine. Let it come from anywhere. I am open to receive it. Basically, I am impatient. I am not ready to stick on to that one path. So I want to try multiple paths. But we justify that to ourselves saying, this is broad-mindedness. What's wrong? Is it wrong if I follow Jesus after following Swami? No, nothing wrong. Is it wrong? I try for 2 years, then I say, okay, let me try Krishna now. I go to Badri Kedar and go behind Shiva. What's wrong? All gods are one. Yeah, if all gods are one, why are you pursuing multiple gods? It is the same water everywhere. But when you have to dig in one place, because you will reach the water that is there. Instead, you dig at 10 places, you will have 10 small pits with nothing but mud in it. So Swami would always say, that's why stick on to one name and form. Hold on to one name and form. Dig deep within that and you will find. So in the beginning, when you make a choice, yes, you can choose, see and pick up which you feel matches your aptitude, your liking, your preference. Pick it up. But having picked that up, then don't let go. Swami would say that poem on determination. He would say a devotee having determined something will hold on till the devotee collapses or till the Lord appears. Either one of these two only should happen. It should not be midway, I'll leave this and I'll change. In fact, there's the Chinnakatha also that Swami states of this disciple who told his master, I want to see God, I want to pray to God, I want God to appear before me. Then the Guru says, yes, go ahead. He says, no, which God should I pray to? What do you mean? No, which God is easy to please? I don't want to, which is the best and quickest God? So the Guru says, yeah, you try Shiva. Shiva is Bholenath. Even the Asuras and all pray to Shiva only. He seems to appear and he just melts and gives them also boons. So Shiva is easiest to please, you try Shiva. So he goes home, lights agarbatti, does puja, everything, worships Shiva. 1 month over, 2 months over, no Shiva is coming. He goes to his Guru and says, Guru, the Shiva doesn't work. 2 months of my devotion and he doesn't seem to be coming. Let me try something else. Give me someone else. So you try Krishna then. Okay, try Krishna. 2 months of Krishna and Krishna also doesn't come. Guru, quick, give me some God who is really having some compassion. 2 months and they don't seem to notice. Try the mother. The mother, compassion. Mother is the purest form of love. So he takes mother and he's going and doing puja. One day he notices that agarbatti that he has lit, the smoke fragrance is coming from the incense stick and it's going up. The mother is here, but the agarbatti smoke is going up. It's going to the top cupboard there, and Shiva is seated there, and it's going to Shiva. He says, you Shiva, you didn't do anything. Now you're sitting and smelling the fragrance that I'm lighting for mother. So he goes, he takes a handkerchief, gets it, and ties the nose of Shiva, saying, you don't smell this. This is not meant for you. And Swami says, the minute he ties that handkerchief, Lord Shiva appears before him. He says, oh my God, sorry, I'll remove the handkerchief, you can breathe in, don't destroy me with your Trishul. Lord Shiva says, no, I'm pleased with you. Tell me what you want. He says, Lord, I'll ask that later. But first tell me, 2 months when I dedicated myself to you, you didn't come. Now when I'm doing to mother, you're coming. What is the thing? What is the fundamental behind this? He says, my child, till now you are considering me as stone. For the first time today, you felt that I'm a living, breathing entity. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. As you feel, so I become. As long as you felt I'm a stone, I was a stone. Today you felt I am sitting and breathing away your mother's incense smoke. You felt that I am a living entity. And so, that was your feeling and I had to manifest. So now I don't know how I got into this story. So anyway, going back to the time when I felt that spiritual stagnation, I just felt, it's not enough. What I'm doing is not enough. I need to do more. So I began to go to other masters, as I said. I began to read others, and I also happened to read about Ramana Maharshi. And in Ramana Maharshi, I read that how he got his first surreal, out of the world, divine spiritual experience was when he saw a funeral, he saw the dead body, and he began to think what happens. In fact, the master himself has written about his experience. He writes that I began to wonder what is it that happens to the dead body? Who has died? Because if it is that body that is the person who has died, this is Ramana Maharshi's way of thinking, how can that person burn his own father? Till now you have fondled, loved, given all your affection and respect to your father, and 1 minute later you will burn him? Will you burn your own father? No. He is not burning his father. Why? Because he is crying there and saying, Father, why did you leave me and go? Oh, so father has left and gone. So that is not the father, that means. That body is not the father. So that means I am also, when I say I am also not this body, then who am I? This was his quest. In fact, he has written, there's a book also called Nanyar in Tamil, which means who am I? All his life was this quest. And once he got the answer to this question, Venkatramana became Ramana Maharshi. So he lay down once, fully imagining himself that now I am dead. So I am the body. So he could feel his legs stiffen, his hands stiffen. And now I'll be taken, I'll be buried, I'll be consigned to flames. He had the experience of death while being alive. And at that point in time when he questioned, am I dead? He felt, no, I'm not dead. I'm as vibrant, as alive as I can be. And in that flash, he realized, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. I am I. I am I. I'm just stating the theory. I'm not stating it with the force of experience that Ramana Maharshi stated. But once he realized that, he became Ramana Maharshi. And I got very inspired. And I felt this is some sadhana that I can try out. Because it's easy, it doesn't need any external prop, aid, nothing. You don't need a japamala, you don't need anything. All you need is yourself lying down on a bed. Actually, I don't know whether Ramana Maharshi lay down on a bed. But see, that is what it is. When I have to do my sadhana, I made ensure that my bed is there, it's comfortable. I am trying to realize I am not the body, but I am pampering the body. Make the pillow set, everything. And what I would do is, at night, instead of sleeping in the room, I would go to the dining hall. We have a common dining hall and prayer hall in the institute hostel. And I would go to the prayer hall and spread my bed and lie down there because I felt, Swami's picture is there. And many other students also would sleep there in the prayer hall. So while everyone would go to sleep, the night lights would be off. That is one reason why I would go to the prayer hall, because that is one place in the hostel where you are assured that lights will be completely off. In the room, Somebody will get up at 3 and start studying. Somebody will study till 12 o'clock. But basically, except for 2-3 hours at night, throughout the lights are on. You can't sleep if you're a normal human being. So I would go to the prayer hall, and as I lie down there, I would start thinking, see, I'm not the body. Okay, I'm not the body. And somehow my commonality with Ramana Maharshi stopped there, with thinking that I'm not the body. I never felt my legs going rigid or hands going taut, and I would keep thinking of this, and sometime in the night, I don't know when I would doze off. I'll get up in the morning, very much in the body, without any enlightenment or anything. And I kept doing this, and one night I added an improvisation. It says, see, when I'm not the body is the one that needs the breath, right? The breath is necessary to sustain the body. I don't depend on breath. So why do I need to breathe? Let me not breathe. So I would take in a deep breath and hold my breath, because I need not breathe. See, there also, I would not leave out air and be quiet. Because when I draw in, I can hold for some more time. And I would try to keep holding, saying, I don't need to breathe because I'm not the body. I don't need to breathe. I don't need to breathe. But after a minute or so, it all comes out. And over 1 month, I don't know if I grew spiritually, but my lung capacity grew. From 1 minute 10 seconds, I could hold my breath almost for 1 minute 18 to 20 seconds. But that's all is the progress I did in 1 month. And this was going on. And I was feeling that, now I'm doing some efforts. I'm doing something for spiritual growth. My life is not stagnant anymore. Nobody knows. But I know that I'm doing something. And then came the 9th of October 2005. It was Dasara time, and Bhagawan was delivering his discourse. That day, on the 9th of October, Swami began his discourse by stating, talking incessantly throughout the day and not sleeping at night, people think they are doing sadhana. And the minute Swami said that, I felt, oh my God, he's talking about me. And Swami went on to narrate many other foolish types of sadhana that people try to do. And I thought with that, he's pointing out to each different kind of fools who were there, like me, trying out something. And Swami then went on to say that all this is not necessary. He went on to state what is the sadhana that has to be actually done. But before I state that, let me tell you one more interesting coincidence that happened. Later on, when I checked this discourse, Swami actually never said without sleeping at night, talking incessantly during the day. What Swami said is, having no other activity, they speak incessantly throughout the day and think this is sadhana. Then I went to check, when I heard the audio, you can hear the audio, 9th October 2005 discourse. Swami has actually said panileka. Panileka means without work, without job, aimlessly. I have heard it as pankoleka, without sleeping. Without sleeping, somebody is doing this. And actually, at that point in time, the mic audio system has given way. And if you hear that discourse today, you will agree that it is very much possible to mistake panileka as pankoleka. Because there only the volume suddenly dips, some kind of ooh comes in. So you can think that it is pankoleka. And I thought, oh my God. Later on when I was looking back, because I have not yet come to what is the message that Swami gave, but when I look back at that, I felt, oh my God, even a mistake, so-called mistake, error in the discourse is conveying a message. See, that hit me so strong, because there are times when we think that Swami made a mistake, Swami did that. It happens in a discourse, Swami says, Sita's mother, and tells the name of some other lady, and you think, oh, it has happened sometimes, these kind of mistakes that Swami does. And I felt, oh, Swami, you made a mistake, Swami made a mistake. And even Anil Kumar sir, he quickly covers up and makes another statement. But this day, I realized that even the mistake has a place, there is a reason why that mistake is made. And after that, I discovered many other such occasions where Swami makes a mistake for a purpose. There was once when, Bhagawan had liked a bhajan that has been composed by one of the students. And you know which is that bhajan? Long back this is. That bhajan is Hari Bhajana Bina Sukha Shanti Nahi. And in fact, after his discourse, Swami sang this bhajan. That student would have felt very happy. After a few months, however, you know, that was when the students realized that, oh, this bhajan Swami likes. And out of a kind of respect for Swami, they stopped singing that bhajan. Let this be Swami's bhajan. So, you would see that very rarely Hari Bhajana Bina is sung by students when Swami was physically there. Now, of course, they sing now and then. So, Prema Mudita Man Se Kaho, Hari Bhajana Bina, all these bhajans would never be sung commonly by students because they felt that this is like, let's leave it as Swami's copyright. On one occasion, when Swami was singing this bhajan, he seemed to forget one line. He seemed to forget a line of that bhajan. And he was looking at that student and, you know, not the composer, one of the students, what is the next line? So this student lipped those lines, whatever that line is. And Swami sang it. And this boy felt awesome. You know, the world depends on Swami, Swami depends on me, this is awesome. 2-3 times this happened, where Swami is apparently forgetting the bhajan and asking him, what's next? And he tells Swami, this is it. And he feels proud that he has done it. When he was thinking like this, you know, he even went and told, hey, you know what, Swami forgets this line. But anyway, I reminded, I don't know if you noticed, because somehow, we are so egoistic that it's not enough that we get an opportunity with Swami. The world needs to know that we got the opportunity with Swami. Otherwise, what is the use of that opportunity? As students, we would hope that Swami would not give a chain. Because, chain is hidden inside. If it's a ring, it's better. You can just sit and, oh, Swami has given him a ring. And many would make such rings also, with that emerald. Similar shape, similar size, they'll make and wear. So that people can confuse that it is a ring that Swami has given. And I have even seen an extreme case where somebody gets a ring made like this. Many people think that Swami has given that ring. But somebody has the courage or whatever. On the face he has, hey, Swami gave that ring. Now his secret will be out, right? But look at this smart guy. Huh? He says, this ring? No, this ring Swami did not give. Which means he's implying that I've got another ring that Swami gave. Means he never stated it, but it's almost implied like that. See, that is the kind of thing that we used to feel, That's why we used to think a chain is no use because it gets hidden. Nobody knows whether Swami has given you a chain. But ring, in the same way, it's like, there's a joke of a guy playing golf. When he's practicing for golf, you need 4 strokes to hit that ball into that hole there. And that day when he's practicing, he hits it in 1 stroke. It goes off. But now he's feeling terrible because there's nobody to have watched him. How will he tell others that I hit it? Everybody will think he's lying. So too if Swami, that's why we also prefer Swami giving physical interview rather than interview in our dream. Because our dream, people may think, there's a dream. Physical, when everybody is seeing photo is there, that's why we want a photo also. See, I'm just stating from my own personal experience. I'm not meaning that everybody takes a photo for show off. But in me, I can definitely say that there is a proportion of which is for show off. It is not just for a memory. That's why I want multiple photos. If it's memory, why not one photograph enough? No, is video also there? I want all angles also. Everything possible. Because somewhere within me is that need to show others that it's not enough that I'm close to Swami. You also better know that I'm close to Swami. Because if you don't know that I'm close to Swami, then me being close to Swami does not mean much. There are many people in the world who use the world as a means of achieving God. Sadly, there are people in the world who use God as a means to achieve the world. We better introspect and ensure that we are not in the latter category. So, you see, even a mistake that Swami makes, that bhajan, one day the singer goes inside and Swami tells him, what bhajan are you planning to sing today? Swami, he's not remembering. Swami, fine, okay. Sing some bhajan. Okay, Swami. He's not remembering any bhajan. Then Swami smiles and tells him, Bangaru, if I forget, the universe will go out of alignment. Swami never forgets. Do you realize that every time you sing, it's because of me you are able to sing. Every time you remember, it's because of me you are able to remember. If you are given the opportunity to remind me, it's because of me you are being given that opportunity to remind me. That's all. Nimitta matram, you're just an instrument. So, even I think it is foolishness on our part to think that Swami makes a mistake. Swami slipped while speaking. Swami stated something. Swami looked at the Chief Minister of Karnataka and referred to him as Prime Minister. And the translator said, Swami, Chief Minister, covering the mic. Swami said, Prime Minister. The translator told Chief Minister. Because H.D. Devegowda was Chief Minister. 9 months later, he was the Prime Minister. And after that, it became a great story. Swami did. We think we are trying to help Swami, we are trying to save Swami. Because we don't want Swami to look like he made a mistake. Swami makes no mistake. It's just our own lack of faith. We say that every word that comes out of him is Veda Vakya, but I don't have faith in that. I just state it as a platform speech, as a platform hero, that's all. I don't have faith that every word of his is the ultimate truth. And that is the reason for all the chaos and confusion that we have in our life. Because whether we accept it or not, we don't have faith. There's so and so, Swami is speaking through him. It is Swami only. So many devotees are going to him. What do you think? What do I think? How does it matter? What has Swami said about it? Swami has clearly said this is nonsensical. I will not come to you through somebody. When I come to you directly. But whether we accept it or not, we don't have faith in that statement, that's all. That's why we need affirmation. What do you think? But see, there are 20 devotees going there, 10 devotees going here, so what? Let the whole world go there. When Swami says no, it's no. So this is where I say that we say we have faith in Swami, we are strongly behind Swami, but we get doubts. It's really a blessing if we are able to have implicit faith in Swami. Otherwise, we fall prey to these things. Swami made a mistake. Swami actually did not mean it like this. We give interpretations, we make all these mistakes. So that day, what was supposed to be a mistake, where I thought that Swami said, without sleeping at night, I don't think it's a mistake. For me, I was meant to hear it because Swami was telling me, you fool, if you don't sleep at night and hold your breath, don't think you're doing some spiritual sadhana. And in that discourse, you can read the discourse. Swami said, I often reiterate that I am God, but I also remind you that you are verily God. You should not give scope for any confusion and difference of opinion in this regard. I feel these 3 statements are enough for our life. I say I am God, but I also say you are God. Please don't give scope for any kind of confusion or difference of opinion in this regard. Can we follow that much? Every one of you are embodiments of divinity in reality. When you develop such firm conviction, then you can visualize God in all and everything. That is why it is said, Yad bhavam tad bhavati. But since people are not aware of this real nature of divinity, they refer to certain individuals as mother, father, uncle. Swami says, you calling somebody father, mother, that's also your own illusion. If you get deluded on the basis of physical relationships, you are bound to get confused on the nature of divinity. So Swami said, everything, everyone, everything is divine. Everyone, that is the sadhana you have to do. You have to grow in your vision, in your feeling, where you are able to see divinity in all and everything. And in that discourse, Swami said, this is the only sadhana you need to do. Anything else is helping you to do that. It's like my bhajan, my whatever, is just a prop or support. The third wheel that I attach to my bicycle to ride, to learn cycling, that is not balance. That is just a prop to help me learn balance. The third wheel is like the bhajan or whatever, seva, whatever I do. Main thing is balance that I have to get. So all other things are just accessories, but the ultimate is you must be able to see God in all, see God in everyone, in everything. And Swami said, this is a sadhana I wish all my students do. So beautifully Swami said, when, there was an occasion when Swami said, just because you are the student of Satsang, Institute of Higher Learning, you don't become a Sai student. So there is a distinction between a student of Satsang Institute of Higher Learning and a Sai student. Swami says, when you follow the norms of Satsang Institute of Higher Learning, you are Satsang Institute of Higher Learning student. When you follow the teachings of Satya Sai, you become Satya Sai student. So therefore that day Swami said, I want my students to practice this. Doesn't mean the university boys or the university girls. All those of you who consider Swami as your guru and you are my student, follow this. The only sadhana you need to do is see God in everything and every place and everywhere. And in that situation, if we say, no, this person is more divine, this person is this. It has happened, there have been occasions when somebody comes and tells me, wow, we felt Swami is only speaking through you. That is the love of that person who says, love of the person towards Swami. If I take that and grow and bloat in my head, I am sadly mistaken. That is my sadhana. Because I might say, Swami has said I am divine, so what's wrong in me thinking that I am divine? But Swami has said everyone is divine. Even the person who came and told me that I felt Swami is in you, that person is also divine. That's why it was sung, Yendaro Mahanubhavalu Andariku Vandanamulu. The saint sings that there are so many great, everyone is great, so my salutations to everyone. So if you are not able to see divinity in the person sitting opposite to you, you have no business to see divinity in yourself. Because that is egoistic and pride-filled divinity. Swami said, I am God, so I am God. You are a mean creature, you be there. Then you are not God. Because Swami considered everyone like his own. Swami saw divinity in me. So Swami is allowed to see divinity in himself. So then I thought, okay, so this is the sadhana I should practice. But guess what? This sadhana is easier spoken than done. Seeing God in all. I just felt, forget seeing God in all. I was given this topic once to speak about seeing God in all. And I was saying, Swami, I don't know how to see God in all. You only have to inspire, you only have to give the theme, give the subject matter. And that day, I don't know, as I came to speak, instead of speaking on how to see God in all, the statement that Swami made me blurt out was, forget seeing God in all, can we see God in God? And that question set me thinking, do we see God in Swami? Or if I believe in Rama, do I see God in Rama? Because as I said, if I firmly believe that Rama is my God, Jesus is my God, Krishna is my God, then I will unquestioningly follow to the spirit and letter everything they have said and done. I don't do it. So while the ultimate objective is to see God in everyone and everything, I think we can start off by seeing God in God. One occasion, Swami came into Trai Vrindavan. All the students were seated there. This is one of my favorite examples that I keep quoting every now and then. Swami looked a little forlorn and downcast. And this was a surprising thing because Swami will never be sad. So we were all wondering what happened. And Swami comes and he seems to be contemplative and he says, boys, you believe Swami is God? So what happened, Swami's confidence, self-confidence is being shaken. Yes, Swami, we all shouted, yes, Swami, you're God. Swami seemed to cheer up a little bit. And then he said, that means whatever I speak is truth. Okay. Then what, Swami? Yes, Swami, we all shouted again. Yes, Swami, whatever you speak is truth. Now Swami had a smile on his face. He said, then listen, all of you are God. There was no yes, Swami. There was no screaming affirmation. Hey, Swami, come on. Swami, you tell us to do bhajan and all. Don't tell us we are all God and what, Swami? Come on. What happened? In fact, Swami has led on saying, you believe I am God? Yes. So whatever I say is truth? Yes. You're God. Why don't you say yes? No, Swami. No, Swami. Whatever you say is truth other than this. How can I be God? I can't, Swami. There's somebody else who is God. I am not God. Arey? This is why I say that forget seeing God in all. Can I see God in God? Can I simply accept all that God says? Whichever is my God. Whichever. We are only part-time devotees. We follow only that which is convenient for us. We are convenience-based devotees. When it's not convenient, we leave it and say, God is large-hearted. No problem. I have a fixed time for eating. Now, I'm talking of all the faults I do. That's why these things I'm stating. But my puja time, no problem. Morning time for God, some days I don't do. Sometimes I don't light the lamp. No problem. God is loving. He'll forgive. No problem. But I never forget my food. I never forget my sleep. I never miss a cricket match. See, this is the kind of priority I give. And I state that, I'm a devotee of my Lord. I'm a full-time devotee. So, in order to see God in all, as I said, possibly we can start by seeing God in God. So that day, the entire talk got shifted from seeing God in all to seeing God in God. But today I thought I'll speak on seeing God in all. And before again I go off on that same topic of seeing God in God, I want to share this profound kind of wisdom which only Swami is capable of conferring, because I know that these thoughts, I can't think these thoughts unless it has been planted there. Such a beautiful answer, because I was thinking, if I see God in all, what do you expect me to do, Swami? It's easy to see God in some people. My parents, I can see God. My guru, people whom I respect. But the terrible guy who keeps fighting with me and shouting at me every day, how on earth am I going to see Swami, you in him? Because you are not nasty like this, Swami. You are not so irritable like this. You are so sweet, Swami. That fellow is so irritable. How can I see you in him? This was the question that I used to get. How can I see God in all? How can I see God in a smuggler? How can I see God in a murderer? How can I be loving? Gautam Buddha did it to Angulimala, and it is said that when there is pure love, even the hardest of hearts will melt and transform. And there have been several incidents of several Sai devotees who have been faced like this. By murderers, by robbers, by rapists. And with the power of pure love, they have won them over. There was this devotee, Hal Honig. He narrated. I don't remember the city in US where it was, but when he was traveling, there's this guy at night with a switchblade knife walking around robbing people. And Mr. Hal Honig is sitting there and wondering, Swami, now you say see God, I'll see you in him, Swami. And you respond to me through him. And the minute he comes near, he says, my dear fellow, looks like you're very tired, thirsty and hungry. Would you like to have some sandwich? That person looks very suspiciously, what on earth, is he poisoning it? He takes the other sandwich and he bites into it and he says, you have this. Oh, it can't be poisoned then. So he sits, has it. Then he gives him water. He drinks water. And he says when the next station came, he got up, said, thank you, sir, got down from the train. The Swami says your goodness is like a lamp in your hand, and the world is like a chaotic room where all the furniture is thrown haywire. But you holding a lamp in your hand, you will not be able to set the whole room right. But you will ensure that you will never stumble on any of those fallen furniture or broken pieces that are there. Your dharma will protect you. Dharma rakshati rakshitaha. And he experienced that. But many times we are not able to feel that itself. I feel it's more than the miracle of that person not robbing Mr. Hal Honig and just telling thank you and walking off. I feel the miracle is this devotee's ability to see Swami in such a person. Because we find it so hard. Why a killer or a robber? I find it hard to see Swami in my own parents when I'm upset with them. I shout at them. I fight with them. And I'm not able to see Swami in them. How do I see Swami in everybody? Okay, so suppose I see Swami in everybody. What does that mean? If I see Swami here, I will invite, make him sit, I'll sit down, press his feet. Should I do that to everybody? I hail a taxi, and the taxi driver opens the door and I say, Swami, press his feet. You please sit, I will drive. Should I do that? Because that is what I'll do to Swami. So these were the questions that are in my mind. Swami, what does it practically mean to treat everyone as God? What should I do Should I do aarti to every fellow I see on the road? Because Swami, that is what I'll do if I see you. As I was thinking on this question, the answer came in terms of an analogy, a beautiful analogy, where Swami was speaking about life as a drama, as a movie, and all the people being actors. Many times Swami has said this. Swami has said, life is a game, play it. That day, in answer, what statement came was, life is a play, be game for it. Instead of life is a game, play it. Life is a play, be game for it. So if life is a play, what does it mean? That is when, I seriously began to think about a drama or a movie. Now, in a movie, what happens? Let's take a standard Bollywood movie. There's a hero, there's a villain. The villain does bad to the hero. And in the end, the hero defeats the villain. This is the standard plot of a movie. Good triumphs over evil, truth triumphs over untruth, light wins over dark. So in the movie, there's this hero, and somewhere in the middle of the movie, towards the end, there'll be a struggle between the good and evil. The hero and the villain will fight. There's this famous Indian Bollywood movie, Sholay. It has many superstars there. It's an all-time evergreen movie. There's Amitabh Bachchan, there's Amjad Khan. So Amitabh Bachchan and Amjad Khan shout profanities at each other. Call each other dog, hound, everything, kick, bash up each other. Now when this movie is being shot, as that scene finishes, the director says, okay, cut, superb, awesome. Then what does Amitabh Bachchan, the hero, and Amjad Khan, the villain, what do? They both get up, dust themselves off, sit at the table, enjoy a drink, eat something together, chat, talk to each other. And you go and tell them, hey, what happened? What is this? You two are enemies, man. You are trying to kill each other. Hey, no, that's in the movie. That's in the movie, which means, you know what? I have no hatred towards this guy. It's just the script that is there. That's why I'm acting it out, that's all. It's my duty to act out the script. You don't hate this guy? No. Then why are you hitting him there? Hey, come on, I can't go and the minute he comes, I can't say, hey, you're not a villain, I know. We are the same. Come, let's hug each other. It's not, then the script goes off. So that movie is a false thing? Yeah, it's false. Why do you do false things? Because it's fun, that's all. We all agree, right? Movie is a false thing. Yet we go and watch it. Why do we watch something that is false? Because believe it or not, when you know that it is false, it's enjoyable to watch it. That is what God is telling. Once you realize this world is illusory and it is false, you will enjoy it. You will not say, what is this terrible thing? Guess what? We go and watch, not all of us, but there are some of us who watch horror movies. Horror is something terrible, right? We don't like it. But why do you watch? Hey, come on, that's entertainment. We watch movies where killing is there. Why on earth are you producing a movie with killing? It's bad. Hey, no, it's fun. It's just fun. Nobody is dying, don't worry. Nobody can die. These are the answers God will give us when we ask Him, God, why did you create such a cruel world? Why did you create war? It's not real. I have made some rules and I just leave it. It happens as per the script. If this happens, that will happen. That's all it is. But it's a game. It's not true. As long as you think it is true, you feel this fellow is good, this fellow is evil. You know what? If any one of us meet our movie villains in real life, we go, we shake hands with them, we take a picture with them, we feel so great. Wow, you know what? Today I got to meet Amrish Puri. God bless his soul, he's passed on. Amjad Khan, I don't know the latest movie villains, because latest have not been updated. But if we meet them in real life, we go take photos with them. How can you take photos with that villain? He's a mean creature. Hey, he's not mean, yaar, come on. He's a very good guy. What is that? No, that's all false. He's not bad. There's nothing like bad or good. It's just the script. This villain is as good as the hero. And I felt therein lies the answer on seeing God in everyone. This whole life is a movie. Yes, we have been given our roles. So when I am acting a role as a father, I can't go to my child and say, oh, you're also God, I just bow down to you. No. You act it out. Act out as the father. Just as the hero acts out and hits the villain. You have to discipline the child. But you know what? When the hero tells that I am going to drink your blood and hits the villain, in his heart he doesn't feel like drinking that fellow's blood at all. It's just a dialogue he is giving. Can I do like that? When I get angry on someone and say, you are very bad, and when I scold somebody, can it be only in my words with nothing but love in my heart? That's how the movie actor does, right? All the anger is staged. Guess what? Even the love is staged. He goes and tells somebody that I can't live without you. There's no life without you. After that scene is cut, he goes his way, she goes her way. What happened? You said you can't live without each other. That's all false. So too, when you're detached, it doesn't mean you don't care for your family. It doesn't mean that you don't care for people who are your friends or whatever. Hey, we're all same, get out, nothing. No. You act out your role perfectly. Swami is the epitome of detachment. Epitome of self-realization. Epitome of the Godhead. And yet, Swami would tell us, don't do like this. When you do like it hurts me. What can hurt? Can Swami ever be hurt? We have seen Swami laughing and smiling. Can Swami be entertained? We have seen Swami shedding a tear. Can Swami feel sad? But he does his role perfectly. The director himself comes and takes on a role to show the actors how the actors must act. The director's script is like this, therefore I am doing this. Inside I don't feel anything. That's why you will see Swami, I have seen with my own eyes, where he comes and scolds one person, scaring the living daylights out of him. Saying, I'll throw you out. Next second, Swami turns that side, smiles and speaks lovingly. Wow, I felt that was a miracle. We all observe the miracle where Swami waves his hand and creates a ring or vibhuti. This miracle we miss. You try it out in your life. If we try it out when we are very angry, the next 10 people who come into our radius are going to get our anger in full measure on them also. Most probably. Again, when I say all this, it's based on my own experience. I'm upset with somebody and I'm walking on the road. Somebody else comes up and says, could you do me some help? Hey, you get out, man. Every time keep asking help. Do you at least once think what condition I'm in? Oh, what happened? Hey, calm down. Calm down. Why I should calm down? I'm angry on somebody else. I'm venting it on this guy. I'll vent it out on next 10 guys. Same way when I'm happy. When I'm happy, whoever comes, that's it. That's why before going and seeking for leave from our boss, we ask, hey, boss is in good mood? If he's in good mood, we'll get our leave. If he's in a bad mood, then over. Next 2 days, next 2 months, I might have to struggle here. We exploit the human weakness where they believe that this is the real truth. But Swami is not like that. That is why he's able to, I'm being angry because the script demands that when you do this mistake, I have to be angry. That is why when you correct yourself, immediately I'm all fine. Because my anger, my happiness, my attachment, my everything is just a tool to help the movie go ahead. So when we have to see God in everyone, it is like this. It doesn't mean I go to my maid servant and say, how can you sweep and mop my home? I will sweep and mop my home, you sit, I will do pad seva to you. No. In this movie, the director has assigned her the role of a maid servant and has assigned me the role of the master. So fine. But at the same time, let us remember, both of us are just actors. If the director decides, next day I can be the maid servant and she can be the master. So therefore, let's have humility. That is the humility that comes in. The humility that comes in when we know the truth. That next moment, I can be the maid servant. And that is the confidence that comes from knowing that the director is in charge. Because today I may be a maid servant, but next moment I can be the queen, I can be the king. Because the script writer has to just change and say, no, now you became king. That's it. So those are the roles that we have been given. Let us remember that. Then the way we interact with each other, it will be so different. So if this were a movie and a movie shooting was going on, it is natural that you will all sit silently and I'll be allowed to speak. It is not as if somebody can get up and tell, if we are all equal, why the hell should you speak? You just shut up, I will speak, you listen. Yeah, that is the truth. But when the movie shooting is going on, that's how it is. Nobody in the crowd will get up because the movie has to succeed. But the reality is that I am no higher than any one of others. Nobody else is any higher than me. All of us are the same. It's just that you have been given the role of a listener now and I have been given the role of a speaker. I feel if we are able to extrapolate this into every aspect of our life, into every one of our relationships, into every one of our activities and interactions on a day-to-day basis, we will go closer towards being able to see God in all and everything. And when we start doing that, it makes a world of difference in everything. I'll possibly conclude with this story which has inspired a real life example. There is this devotee of Swami who is a multimillionaire, and he was speaking to us and we asked him, sir, are you very happy? Because you seem to have no problems in life. Everything is fantastic. He said, yes, everything is fantastic. I have no problems. So he said, you are very lucky. To ensure that we don't misunderstand him, he began to then state the different difficulties that his companies are facing. A dam that they are building on behalf of the government of India in Afghanistan, for which a payment of 250 crores has not yet been made. So many problems. And hearing that, we wondered, sir, then how are you happy, sir? I mean, there are so many headaches, right? He then narrated a story which inspired us so much that it became part of that year's convocation drama which was staged in front of Swami. He quoted a story that Swami has narrated about the great Emperor Shivaji. Shivaji started out to protect his people, set up a kingdom, and his kingdom grew. In fact, later on when we see the Maratha kingdom covered almost 80% of India. It became such a big empire. But before that, as the empire was growing, at one point in time, Shivaji felt, oh my God, I am not able to manage this. It's so much of tension, so much of headache. So he goes to his guru, Samartha Ramdas, and he tells him, Guruji, I am not able to manage this. This is too much. I don't want to. I can't be king. I don't want to do this. Then Samartha Ramdas tells him, okay, I'll relieve you of all your duties. Are you ready to give your kingdom to me? He says, gladly, Gurudev. Because this kingdom I have set up with some reason and I feel you will be able to take care of it perfectly. So if you promise me that you will be the king, then I'll gladly give it over. Then Samartha Ramdas says, yes, from today onwards I will rule your kingdom. You be my minister, my subordinate. He says, sure, whatever you say, I'll do, Guru. And then Shivaji becomes a subordinate, it's Samartha Ramdas on the throne. At that time, some problem comes with the soldiers, and Samartha Ramdas tells Shivaji, see, there's some problem with the soldiers, go find out and come. He goes, finds out and come, and he reports. And Samartha Ramdas asks, what do you think we should do for this? Shivaji says, Guruji, I think we should do this. He says, great, go ahead and do that. He does that, comes back, that problem is solved. Then there's a problem with the agricultural farmers. Again, Shivaji is sent, told, find out. He comes back, there's a problem. The king, that is Samartha Ramdas, asks, what do you think we should do, Shivaji? Shivaji says, I think, Guruji, like this, if we do, I think this will get solved. Yes, go ahead, do that. Does that, it is solved. The kingdom prospers, grows. After a couple of weeks, a month later, Guruji asks Shivaji, Shivaji, how are you feeling now? Guruji, I am very much at peace. Why you are at peace? Because Guruji, you have taken over all the burden. I don't have any burden. Gurudev says, what did I do? You have solved all the problems. Shivaji, you know something? I didn't solve any problem. You only found out what the problem was. You only gave the solution. You only executed the solution. I didn't do anything. I just told you, yeah, go ahead, do it. That's all. And Shivaji thinks, yeah, that's correct. Shivaji, the kingdom is not a burden. You thinking that you own the kingdom is a burden. Know that you are just an instrument. Now I will get up from the throne. But don't think that you are the king, Shivaji. I am still the king. You are reporting to me. On my behalf, find out whatever is the problem, whatever is the solution, execute it. If at all any problem comes, you come to me. Otherwise, you go ahead and do it, but it's not your kingdom, it's my kingdom. And it is said that Shivaji Maharaj after that never went back to Samartha Ramdas with any problem. Because no problem arose. The problem arises when you feel it is mine. Swami in a discourse says that a principal of a school, he has to leave the school. He is transferred to another school. He leaves and goes happily. He leaves all the classrooms, all the teachers, all the furniture, everything. But his own little house, he calls the packer, the movers, he has to pack, headache, tension, count everything is there or not. Why? Because you feel this is your house. There you feel, no, I am just managing. It's not my school. I am just managing the school. One interesting personal incident, not with Swami. There's this classmate of mine who is managing the assets of a big financial firm in the Middle East. And he says that he's investing into different companies. And he has got something to the tune of $8 to $9 million under him. He can allot it and, he can invest that. So I asked him, if you don't mind, can you tell me where you have invested majorly? Because that's a very good company. If they have invested there, then maybe I'll also go invest a little amount there maybe. That was my idea. So he stated some energy companies where he's investing on behalf of his company. So I asked him, why do you think? Because I have to put my money, right? So I said, why do you think that company is good? What is there? And he said, brilliant analysis. This is why it is, this, how this. Therefore, invest here. And then I asked him the question, have you invested your personal wealth there? Company is okay. But you have got all the info, right? On behalf of the company, you are doing it. So you know which is best, which is bad. So which is best, where you have put your $1 million from the company, why don't you also put in about $2,000 from your side? No, that's risky. If it goes bad, if it goes bad, you are fighting for your $2,000. The $2 million, no problem. That's part of the thing. I'm giving my expertise. If it goes lost, you can't help it. That happens. This time it will be lost, next time it will be profit. Overall, don't worry, the company will benefit only. Wow, such equanimity when it comes to the company. But you are not ready to take on that home for $2,000 of your own. Why? Because you feel this is my money. That is just the money I am managing. It's not mine. And that day, this devotee of Swami told us the same thing. He said, this is not my business. This is Swami's business. I am just managing it on his behalf. So whatever he wants, let it happen. Therefore, I am the most peaceful. I am the most blessed. It's not because I have money and I don't have problems. It's because that is not my money, those are not my problems. That is his money, it's his problems. When we realize that we are just acting out our roles, then we won't be attached. I won't be worried, if the director comes and tells, okay, in the next scene your whole kingdom will be captured. Okay, fine. I'm just interested in acting out as a good king, that's all. Let the kingdom go, let the kingdom come, who cares? Because if the director wants, he can give me the kingdom back in the next scene. He can take it off any time. And I feel, truly keeping this in mind, every moment of our life, and realizing that this whole world is illusory, will ensure that we can enjoy this movie. And we will enjoy the movie irrespective of whether it's a comedy, a tragedy, an action, or a thriller. Doesn't matter, because it's just entertainment. And this whole world was created just for that, for entertainment. Swami said, I separated myself from myself so that I can love myself. That's all. It's almost like God was feeling bored in Advaita, and he decides to break himself up into many so that he can interact with himself. And that, in my humble opinion, is a way in which we can see God in all, where we are firmly entrenched in that faith that this is just a movie. Each one of us are acting out our roles. And therefore, while on one hand I act out my role to perfection, I am the perfect father, I am the perfect brother, I am the perfect student, I am the perfect teacher, I am the perfect speaker. At the same time, all that is firmly backed by the conviction that this is only the role that I am doing. It doesn't make me superior to anybody. It doesn't make me inferior to anybody, because we are all equal, because we are all divine. And I think once we start doing that, we will be able to see the divinity in all. the way Swami did, the way Swami does, and the way Swami teaches us to do. And if we don't do that, then today is the perfect day for all of us, because we will be behaving like fools. Fools where we believe what is unreal to be real and what is real to be unreal. In fact, this was also depicted in a small skit in Bhagawan's presence, where the movie director is shooting and the father is crying that the son is going away. He's leaving him and going away, so he's crying, and the director says, "Cut, scene is over." And he goes to him and says, "Mr. Ravi, great, you did a great job of acting." And Mr. Ravi says, "What do you mean great job? My son is gone and I can't. Hey, calm down, Ravi, it's over. Scene is done." "What scene is done? My son is gone." "Hey, he's not your son. Shut up." And everybody laughed. Just like you're smiling, everybody in Kulanthal laughed. But that is exactly what we are doing. We feel the son is the son, the daughter is the daughter, the father is the father, the king is the king, the servant is the servant. It is not. We are all one. It's all the same divinity that's in all. So that doesn't mean we don't act our roles well, but let us not act our roles so well that we fool ourselves into thinking that we are the roles. We are not the roles, we are the actors playing the roles. And all of us are actors, all of us are equal in that. The director is also an actor who has become the director because he has the realization that it's all acting. With this, I pray to Swami, the divine director, to help us remember always that we are actors. May we act out to perfection. Swami, may we win Oscar awards from your divine hands. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.